This is South Korea's Dasoni channel that delivers various information about South Korea. Viewers, are you having a great day today? Among the many World Heritages, what kind of World Heritages are there in South Korea? World Heritage Sites are designated and managed by UNESCO. UNESCO is a specialized of the United Nations, established in 1945. It was created for the dissemination and exchange of education, science, and culture around the world. UNESCO is not only a World Heritage Site, designation and management of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, World Heritage, Biosphere Reserve, and World Geoparks. A World Heritage Site is an important asset that represents the history, culture, and tradition of the country. In this video, let's take a look at the UNESCO-designated World Heritage Site in South Korea. World Heritage Sites are divided into World Heritage Sites and World Natural Heritage Sites. There are 16 designated places in South Korea. There are 14 World Heritage Sites and 2 World Natural Heritage Sites. Let's find out the order of the World Heritage Sites. 1. Seokguram and Bulguksa Temple. Seokguram and Bulguksa Temple were designated as World Heritage Sites in 1995. Seokguram is located in Gyeongju City. Gyeongju was the 1000th capital city of Silla, an ancient kingdom. Silla was an ancient kingdom that existed from 57 BC to 936 AD. Seokguram was made with Bulguksa Temple in the middle of the 8th century. This was a time when Buddhist culture was in full bloom. Kim Dae-sung, the Prime Minister of Silla, made Seokguram for his parents in his previous life. There's an anecdote that he made Bulguksa Temple for his parents in the present life. Seokguram is an artificial cave. Granite was finely trimmed to form a dome. It goes through 2 rooms and leads to the main room with the Buddha statue. The first room is a rectangle. The left and right walls of the room are engraved with Palbusinjung. Palbusinjung is the 8 guardian deities that protect the law in Buddhism. The second room is narrower and shorter than the previous room. The entrance to the second room is engraved with Gyeomgang Yoksa. The left and right walls of the second room are engraved with Sachunwang. Gyeomgang Yoksa is the guardian deity of Buddhism that protects the gates and Buddha statues of temples. It's on the left and right sides of the inside of the Gyeomgangmun. The Gyeomgangmun is the second gate to the temple. In some cases, there are no small temples. The Sachunwang are the ones who lead the Palbusinjung and keep the 4 directions of east, west, north, and south. It's on the left and right inside the Cheonwangmun. The Cheonwangmun is the second gate to enter the temple. You have to go through 3 gates to enter the temple. The first door is Iljumun. The second door is Gyeomgangmun or Cheonwangmun. The third door is Haetalmun or Burimun. The main room is circular. There's a statue of the Buddha at a point a little back in the center of the main room. The Buddha statue is called the Smile of Seokguram because of its formative beauty. The statue of the Buddha is facing the east when the sun rises. There are 10 small spaces on the circular wall of the main room. 8 spaces have bodhisattva statues and 2 spaces are empty. The walls below the small space are engraved with bodhisattva, Buddha's teenage disciples, and guardian deities. These sculptures are all visual representations of the worldview of Buddhism. He has great religious significance and artistry. A bodhisattva is a person who is in a high position of enlightenment before becoming a Buddha. In addition to the Buddha, some temples serve bodhisattva. The ceiling is designed to distribute weight from above with a perfect hemispherical dome structure. Structures are a collection of technology that combines architecture, mathematics, geometry, and science and technology. It's an architecture that shows the creative artistic sense of the old Silla people. Seokguram wanted to realize the ideal Buddha land of the afterlife. It's designed to represent a world of enlightenment and peace. It's an architecture with great religious significance and artistry. Bulguksa Temple. Bulguksa Temple was designated as a World Heritage Site in 1995. In 2009, the entire area of Bulguksa Temple was designated as a cultural asset. Bulguksa Temple is a temple in Gyeongju, the capital of Silla. It was made with Seokguram in the mid-8th century. It was made by Kim Dae-sung, the Prime Minister of Silla, for the parents of the human world. Bulguksa Temple is a place where the ideal world of Buddha was realized in the real world. Bulguksa Temple is regarded as the essence of Korean Buddhist architecture. Why did you build Bulguksa Temple? First, the construction of the world of Buddha. Bulguksa Temple means Buddhist's country. It was created to realize the ideal Buddhist world on earth. The Silla people wanted to escape the suffering of the human world through Bulguksa Temple. Second, the Silla royal family's faith in Buddhism and political symbolism. Bulguksa Temple was built by Kim Dae-sung, the Prime Minister of Silla. It has a political meaning to pray for the prosperity of the country and the royal family. Third, filial piety to parents. Jae-sang Kim Dae-sung built Bulguksa Temple for his parents. Bulguksa Temple is a Buddhist temple that combines filial piety and Buddhist spirit. Characteristics of Bulguksa Temple. First, the world of Buddha is diverse. The temple is divided into several sections. Each district has a different Buddha. This arrangement means that the world of the Buddha is diverse. The buildings are arranged to reflect the view of the universe of Buddhism. The entire temple serves as a channel to connect the human world with the Buddhist world. The Daeongjeon area. Daeongjeon is a building where Buddha Sakyamuni is enshrined. Daeongjeon is the most common building in temples. It's the center of Bulguksa Temple. Sakyamuni was born as a human being and became a Buddha. Gukrakjeon area. The Gukrakjeon is a building where Amida Buddha is enshrined. It is the second largest building after Daeongjeon. Amida Buddha is the symbol of the paradise world in the West. Busoksa Temple's Muryangsujeon in Yeongju City is famous. Birojeon area. Birojeon is a building where the Buddha of Birojana is enshrined. Vairocana Buddha is a Buddha who symbolizes the truth of Buddhist law. Bulguksa Temple is located to reflect the view of the universe of Buddhism. The entire temple also serves as a link between the human world and the Buddhist world. Second, there is a beautiful stone structure, Seokguram Bulguksa Temple Tabotap Pagoda. It was designated a national treasure in 1962, the form of a tower that expresses the world of Buddhism in the Buddhist scriptures. It's a tower that's been recreated in real space and sublimated into art. It represents the Buddha of the past. It has excellent formability and artistry and can be said to be the highlight of stone sculptures. You can see it on the South Korean currency, a 10-won coin. Seoul Bulguksa Temple, third floor pagoda. It was designated a national treasure in 1962. It's also called the Seokguram Pagoda or Muyongtop Pagoda. It represents the present Buddha. The figure of the tower is simple, but it shows a balanced sense of stability and an understated aesthetic. It is the standard of stone pagoda that was built at this time. The two towers are representative works of Korean Buddhist culture. Third, the stone pillars and stairs in front of the temple. Bulguksa Temple is located on a high ground. In front of the main building, Daeongjeon Hall and Gungnakjeon Hall, there is a high stone structure. There are various designs of stonework. There is also a design that mimics wooden architecture. The top of the stonework represents the world of Buddha. Below the stonework represents the human world that has not reached the Buddha's world. Daeongjeon Hall and Gungnakjeon Hall can be climbed through the stone steps. The stone staircase was designated as a national treasure in 1962. The stone steps are the paths that connect the human world and the Buddha's world. Story 1. The story of Muyongtop Pagoda. Seoul Bulguksa Temple third floor pagoda is also called Muyongtop Pagoda. Muyongtop Pagoda means a pagoda without a shadow. There is a beautiful and sad story of love in Muyongtop Pagoda. The main characters' names are Asdal and Asanyo. Let's start the heartbreaking love story. Many engineers participated to make Bulguksa Temple. Asadal was the greatest technician of his time, dealing with stones. Asadal was from Baekje, a neighboring country. Asadal went to Gyeongju to build a pagoda. In his hometown, he had a wife, an Asanyo. One day, Asa girl who missed her husband goes to Gyeongju. I walked all the way to Gyeongju. She couldn't meet her husband. It was because of the rule that you can't meet a woman until the pagoda is completed. A monk speaks to her. When the tower is completed, you will see the shadow of the pagoda in the pond. She waited for the shadow of the pagoda to be seen in the pond, but no matter how long I waited, I couldn't see the shadow of the pagoda. Asa girl, who is tired of waiting, throws herself into the pond and ends her life. After completing the Seokguram Pagoda, Asadal went to the pond to find Asanyo, but I couldn't meet my wife. Asadal missed his dead wife. Asadal made a statue of a Buddha sitting by a pond for his dead wife. This story it is not due to historical sources, so the exact details are unknown. But it's a beautiful story that shows the affectionate love between a couple. Let's learn Korean from the video. Seokguram.
석굴암 석굴암, 석굴암.
Bulguksa Temple,
불국사, 불국사, 불국사.
Double Tap,
다보탑, 다보탑, 다보탑.
Seokguram,
석가탑, 석가탑, 석가탑.
Seokguram Hall,
대웅전, 대웅전, 대웅전.
One Pillar Gate, Single Beam Gate,
일주문, 일주문, 일주문.
Silla,
신라, 신라, 신라.
Gyeongju,
경주, 경주, 경주.
In this video, we learned about Seokguram and Bulguksa Temple among the World Heritages of South Korea designated by UNESCO. We'll continue to learn about World Heritage sites in the next video. Have a happy day today and see you in the next video. Bye bye.